I'll start with the dimension of the art, 21 inches by 28 and 5/16. Visible border on the mat of 1 inch on the top, 1 inch on each side, and 1 1/2 inch on the bottom. Here I'll draw the visible portion of the mat. The actual mat would be larger because it will be tucked under the lip of the frame. The frame itself is going to be 3/4 of an inch thick on all sides, top and bottom. Now I can calculate the dimensions of the pieces of wood that make up the frame by simple addition. And they work out to 24 1/2 and 32 5/16. There's another set of dimensions that we need, and that's the cross section of these frame pieces. I'm going to draw them larger. We know that this is 3/4 inch. That's the width of the frame. I've decided to have a 1/4 inch lip here. That leaves 1/2 inch on the bottom here. First thing that goes in here is 3mm plexiglass. If it was a much larger frame, I'd use 5mm plexiglass so there wouldn't be any waving in it. I don't like to use glass in this type of frame because there's nothing behind the glass supporting it, and if anything were to tap it, it could break quite easily. Then we have a 1 inch spacer in here. Then we have the mat board on which the art will be hung. And then finally we have a 6mm backing board. And the staples will go in here to hold everything in place. I'll make this dimension about 3/16 inch. And then with a little bit of high school trigonometry, you can calculate that this dimension is 0.13 inches from here to here. If you don't like trigonometry, then you could draw this to scale in an enlarged piece of grid paper. If I make this dimension 2 inches, and I add up all these dimensions, then I find that I've got a remainder here of 0.26, about 1/4 inch, which is a good amount that I can easily drive the staples in. Another dimension I'd like to know for cutting out this piece is from here to here, and adding these two numbers and converting to sixteenths, that works out to 5.08/16. So I'm just going to call it 5/16. I forgot to mention, this angle I'm going to make 10 degrees. That's what I use to calculate. These strips in here, I'll try to create from the cutout that's removed out of this big chunk here. Therefore, I want to start with some wood that's more than 3/4 inch thick, because there'll be the thickness of the blade, about 1/8 of an inch, as it cuts out this piece here. And I want this to be the full 1/4 inch wide, so that when you look in, you don't see any ledge or inset of this piece here.